friends, today we're gonna do a fun rhythm activity called sight reading. Let's do some sight reading. It's so much fun. Yeah. What is sight reading? Answer. Looking at a piece of music for the first time and playing it or singing it within a limited amount of time. So when you look at the sight reading, you only have a few seconds or a minute or two to actually play it, because that's the whole point of sight reading, is getting to look at a rhythm and being able to play it, or looking at a piece of music for the first time and being able to play it pretty good for the first time, or pretty well. And that is the whole reason why people practice sight reading, because that improves your skills in playing and reading music and rhythm patterns like you're doing. So good job. And that's the happy emoji telling you that. You've got this, kids. Woo woo. Let's move on, shall we? Here you see our first rhythm, and let's look at it. I didn't put the tas and TTs up yet because I want you to look at it without seeing the words and seeing if you can do it without the syllables. So we see our time signature. I'll point to that. Boop, 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 boop. That's the time signature. Oops. Let's go back. Don't want you to see that. And that time signature tells us that there's 4 beats per measure, and that the quarter note, which is this note right here, the ta, equals 1 beat. Yeah. So we're just going to clap through it, or I'll clap through it first, and then you can clap it with me. So the first top line goes like this. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, rest, ti, ti, ta, 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 rest, or shh, shh, or however you want to do it. You still have to count the rest, but you can't make any sound. Does that make sense? So a rest is a silent beat in music. Good job. Let's move on. The second line has a new note. Woo, woo. It's a dotted half note. Look at that. Woo. The dotted half note is 1 more beat than a half note. So if the half note equals 2 beats, what's 1 more than 2? You know, 3. So the dotted half note equals 3 beats. Yeah! So how do we count that? That's a good question. So instead of going ta, we have to extend it. So we go ta. So there's 3 pulses there. 1, 2, 3. Make sense? Good job. And then the rest should be easy. For the rest, you hold your hands out. Woo. And the half rest looks like a hat. And again, that's just the ending. We hold our hands out. All right, so let's do the bottom line. I'll go first. Here I go. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, rest, ta, rest, rest. Now you do the bottom line with me. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, bottom line with me. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, rest, ta, rest, rest. How'd you do? Good job. Now, there are 2 letters, little letters, on the music. I see a P, that would mean piano, and an F, that would mean forte. What does piano and forte mean? And what in the world are they? I don't know. Before we get to the dynamics, I am going to put the syllables on the page for you, because I'm nice. All right, so before we get to piano and forte, which we will do very shortly, let's do the whole pattern. Can you guys do all 8 measures? I knew it. Yes, you got this. All right, we're going to do all 8 measures together with me. Then I'll put on some music, and we can do it with the little beat going on. All right, so without any music, we've got this. Ready? 1, 2, beginning, go. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, rest. Ti, ti, ta, 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 bottom line, rest. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, rest. Ta, rest, rest. How'd you do? Awesome. Woo, woo. You guys are rock stars. Woo, 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 woo. All right. So now, let's see what we've got. What are dynamics? What are dynamics? What does the P and F stand for in this sight reading exercise? Answer, piano is very soft. Forte is very loud. I know you guys are good at that. My children are as well. All right. And definitely my dogs are at a forte a lot of times. So if you look at this exercise really quick, you see that piano is on the top line and forte is on the bottom line. So how do we show that? Well, we clap softer on the top line and clap louder on the bottom line. So that's super easy, right? Yeah. All right, let's do that. We're going to clap soft, very soft, on the top line, and loud, whoop, on the bottom line. Don't hurt yourself, though. All right, we're going to tap soft first, loud second. So here's the top line. We're going to go right into the second line, and you should hear a difference in your clapping. So clap very softly. 1, 2, beginning, go. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, rest. Ti, ti, ta, 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 rest. Forte. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, rest. Ta. Did you hear the difference between piano and forte? Good job. Now, let's move on and we'll add our fun beat. Ooh. New sight reading. Yeah! So, do you see anything crazy on this page? Maybe you're looking at this thing at the end here on the first line. That's a half rest. 2 beats. And then this squiggly line right here, we saw that earlier. That's 1 beat, rest. And I don't see any dotted half notes. So we have quarter notes, TTs, eighth notes, half notes, and the last note. Woo! What is that? If you said whole note, rock star, whoop whoop, rock star, whoop whoop. You guys are awesome. How in the world do we count a whole note? I'm gonna show you. So we do the dotted half goes ta. The whole note, we're going to do a square so we can count 4 beats. Ta. It's actually a C. 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's 4 beats. All right, ready? Ta. Good job. All right. So let's practice our half note, our whole note. 1, 2, whole note. Here we go. Ta. Good job. Let's go. All right, here's some music. We be jamming. Okay. Got this. Top line is piano. That means we play really soft. 1, 2, actually the whole thing's piano. 1, 2, count with me. Ta, 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 rest. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, rest. Bottom line. Ta, 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 rest. Ta. Awesome. Whoop, whoop. Let's put the... Now that you see it, you've got this. Did you do it piano? Awesome. 1, 2, softly go. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, rest. Ta, 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 ta. Awesome. Good job. Let's see what this one says. What does the dynamic P stand for? Whoa, we got this. Answer piano. If you said piano, you are a rock star. You are doing it, kids. Awesome. So piano or soft. So in music, that means you would sing or play your instrument or do your body percussion. That's clapping or snapping or tapping, whatever. Softly. So anytime you see the piano dynamic marking, like where my cursor's pointing to, this little P stands for piano, which means softly. Good job. Let's move on. Do we need the syllables quite yet? No. We've got this. Let's look at it. Ooh, we have a dotted half note at the end. You know what to do. 3 beats. 1, 2, softly go. Ta, 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 rest. Ti, ti, ta, rest, rest. Ta, 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 rest. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, rest. Good job. The reason I say rest is so that you can see that we still count the beat, although we wouldn't play it or we don't clap it because it's a silent beat in music. You know that? You know this? Okay. Good job. Okay, you are awesome. Here we go. Let's have some music. Did you do it piano? Soft? Good job. 1 and 2, we got this. Go. Ta, 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 rest. Ti, ti, ta, rest, rest. Ta, 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 rest. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, rest. Awesome. Let's see what this says. What does the P under measure 1 mean? Again, you should know this. I just told you. Good job if you got it. Did you say piano? Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Soft. Shh. Good job. All right, here's our next one. There's nothing crazy about this one. You've got this. Oh, there's one big difference. Yeah, the Forte. You've got this. That means you can clap louder. Not too loud. Don't go crazy. 1, 2, Forte, go. Ta, ta, ta. Rest. Ta, ta, ti, 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 ta, ta. Rest. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. Awesome. All right, we're not going to stop it. Let's just go for it, okay? 1, 2, Forte, go. Ta, ta, ta. Rest. Ta, ta, ti, 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 ta, ta. Rest. Ta, ta, ta. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. T, ta, ta, ta. Awesome. Let's see what it says. Woo! What does F mean at the beginning of measure 1? There's the F. I'm circling it. Anyone remember? If you said Forte, woo, 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 or loud, that is called a dynamic marking. So if I were to ask you, smart children that you are, what is the dynamic marking of this exercise? You would say Forte, which means loud. Not so loud that it's ugly, but loud that it's more emphasized. You don't want to hurt people's ears. That's not good. Never good. All right, let's move on. This time I'm going to play the bongos. Woo, woo. Bongos, yeah. Love me some bongos. All right, just going to move some stuff. All right, bongos it is. Here we go. Next slide. Woo, woo. Oh. Piano. You know what to do. 1, we got 3 beats here. Actually, for this one, I won't play the bongos. Let's do this. 1, 2, softly go. Ta, ta, ta. Ta, ti, 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 ta, ta, rest, ta, 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 rest, ti, ti, ta, rest, ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. Woo! Here's the counts or the syllables. You can do it softly. 1, 2, softly go. Ta, 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 ti, 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 ta, 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 rest, ti, ti, ta, rest, ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. Awesome! Woo, woo, woo. You guys are rock stars. Yeah! What dynamic marking is under the first measure? See it? If you said piano, woo, 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 that is correct. So, which I told you anyway. So hopefully you know that the piano and forte markings are called dynamics. Everybody say that with me. Dynamics. Say it one more time. Dynamics. Woo, woo. Good job. All right. Ooh, we have a dotted half note. But look at the dynamic marking. Yeah, you got this. Now, don't go crazy, because then it's too loud. Too loud's not good. All right, we can do this. Got my bongos. 1, 2, hold for 3 beats, go. Ta, ta, rest. Ta, ti, ti, ta. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta. Ta, rest. Ta, 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 rest. Ti, ti, ta, 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 ta. Rest. Did you go forte, but not too loud? Because you don't want to hurt anybody's ears. All right, one more time. Here's your syllables. We got this. Here we go. 1, 2, forte, go. Ta, ta, rest. Ta, ti, ti, ta. Ta, 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 ti, ta, ta, rest. Ta, 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 rest. Ti, ti, ta, 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 rest. Good job. Woo, that was awesome. What is the dynamic marking under measure 1? You should know this. Yes, if you said forte, woo, 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 good job. Loud, but not too loud that it's not bearable and that your teacher's like, ee. Don't want that to happen. Not good. All right, let's move on. Let's review. The notes presented in this PowerPoint were the eighth notes, or TT, the quarter note, which you see there, or ta, the half note, ta. I did not put the whole note on there, but that is ta, whole note. Dotted half note, ta. Quarter rest, and half rest. Got it? Good. So you should be able to identify these music symbols. Okay? Eighth notes, quarter note, half note, dotted half note, quarter rest, and half rest. Because a half rest, you can remember, looks like a hat and takes up half the measure. Good job. Very good. We also discussed dynamics. Woo, woo, woo. The music symbols that tell us to play at a certain volume. Piano means soft. Forte means loud. Most teachers, not a fan of forte, and I know why. I understand completely. But when you want something dramatic in music, you have to change the volume, because when it gets really loud, you get people's attention. So that's a great tool that musicians or composers use when creating their musical masterpieces. Those are called dynamics, piano and forte. And there's lots more. There's mezzo piano, which is medium soft, mezzo forte, which is medium loud, and it goes up and down from there. So that is what a dynamic is. And that's the end of our presentation today. Way to go. Good job. Hope you have a great day. See you next time.